Saint Pope Sylvester I, a shepherd at the turn of history. Saint Pope Sylvester I lived at one of the most extraordinary turning points in Christian history, a time when the Church moved from persecution to peace. Born in Rome during the 3rd century, Sylvester grew up in a world where following Christ could cost a person everything. Christians worshipped in secret, often hunted and misunderstood. Faith required courage, silence, and deep conviction. Yet God was quietly preparing a shepherd for a new era. As a young man, Sylvester was known for his devotion, humility, and care for others. Tradition tells us that he once sheltered a Christian priest who was being hunted, risking his own life in the process. This act of compassion revealed the heart of a man shaped not by fear, but by faith. When the priest later died, Sylvester inherited his sacred books and responsibilities. He was eventually ordained a priest himself, faithfully serving the Christian community of Rome during dangerous times. In the year 314 AD, Sylvester became Bishop of Rome, Pope Sylvester I. This moment came shortly after a dramatic shift in history. Emperor Constantine had issued the Edict of Milan, granting religious tolerance to Christians across the Roman Empire. For the first time, the Church could breathe freely. Yet freedom brought new challenges. Pope Sylvester I led not as a conqueror, but as a shepherd. He worked closely with Emperor Constantine, not for political power, but to ensure that the Church could worship openly and organize itself in truth. During his papacy, some of the first great Christian basilicas were built, including the original St. Peter's Basilica and St. John Lateran, which became the Cathedral of Rome. These buildings were not just structures of stone. They were symbols of a faith no longer hidden. One of the most significant events during Sylvester's papacy was the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD. This council addressed a serious theological controversy about the nature of Christ. While Pope Sylvester himself did not attend due to age and distance, he sent trusted representatives, and his authority was clearly recognized. The council affirmed the core Christian belief that Jesus Christ is truly God, a truth still professed by Christians today in the Nicene Creed. Through wisdom and restraint, Sylvester helped preserve unity in a rapidly growing church. Over time, legends grew around Pope Sylvester I. One well-known tradition speaks of Emperor Constantine being healed of illness through prayer and baptism. While historians debate the details, the story reflects how early Christians saw Sylvester as a man of prayer, holiness, and spiritual authority. What matters most is not legend, but legacy. Sylvester guided the Church through a delicate transition, from suffering to stability, from secrecy to structure, from survival to mission. Unlike some leaders, Saint Pope Sylvester I did not seek fame or power. His papacy lasted over 21 years, making him one of the longest-serving popes of the early Church. When he died on December 31, 335 AD, he left behind a church transformed, no longer persecuted, yet still called to humility and faithfulness. Saint Pope Sylvester I reminds us that God often works through quiet leaders at critical moments. His life teaches us that faithfulness matters more than recognition, and integrity matters more than influence. Saint Pope Sylvester I, shepherd of transition, guardian of unity, and witness to God's unfolding plan.